So basically here, Fani is like, y'all want to see our personal communication so you can embarrass me. And even if you want to see professional communication, we still shouldn't have to let you see that either. And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today's video. You know we keeping you up to date with the Fani Willis saga. So go ahead and hit us off with a like, y'all. Just touch the like button for us. You know it means a lot. Now, if you remember, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a quick little catch up to date for those of y'all who are not totally up to date as to what's going on. Fani has two things going on at once, y'all. She has a subpoena where the Georgia State Senate is looking to ask her questions, in particular about her relationship with Nathan Wade and the money that she paid out to him and things related to that, okay? So that's one. At the same time, Fani has been taken off of the Trump case. So this is a whole nother matter, but it's still related back to Nathan Wade. So a different judge, a different court has taken her off of the Trump case and taken her whole office off of the Trump case. Okay, so these are two separate court cases with two separate judges. One actually was the appeal where she was taken off of the Trump case. That was actually with the appeals court, whereas her having to testify due to a Senate subpoena, that's in the Superior Court right now, okay? But both of these cases are going back to her inappropriate relationship. Well, I guess what people would say was an inappropriate relationship with somebody she was paying out of the county coffers. That's Nathan Wade. So we are going to talk about the latest in the subpoena case. That's the case where the Georgia State Senate wants Fani to come before them and to answer questions. Now, they subpoenaed Fani several months ago, and they say, look, you have to come and you have to answer questions. And Fani said, no, I don't. And she just did not show up. Okay. As Attorney General for Fulton County, Fani says, I don't have to come and answer questions before the Senate. I have immunity from that. And she just didn't go. Now, if you look at yesterday's video, you will see that the Senate has renewed their investigation into her and that they are going to still insist that she comes and answers questions. Fani, when she was ordered by the judge at the end of December, when the Senate subpoenas you, yes, you do have to go. The judge, that was Judge Shakura Ingram, who made that ruling, she said, I'm going to give you until January 13th to file a response to this order. Now we're going to take a look at Fani's response to the order from Judge Ingram. This was filed a couple of days ago. I haven't seen anybody else cover it, so we're going to cover it right now. We're going to make brief work of this. Y'all don't worry. It's not going to take long. You're going to be totally caught up. So, of course, Fani, she doesn't want to go testify. We know that. And she also, if she does have to go testify and if she has to give over documents, she wants to, in the case that she can't get out of testifying or get out of handing over documents, she wants to limit that to as little as possible. So this was her reply to Judge Ingram, which was due by the 13th. So it says, in its December 23rd, 2024 order, this court ordered petitioner to provide a detailed list of claimed privileges and objections to each enumerated paragraph of the subpoena and as to the witness subpoena generally. First, she objects to the subpoenas on the grounds that they were issued without the necessary statutory authority. So as you can see, she's still objecting even to the subpoena itself. Now, this is a woman who subpoenas people, y'all. You have to think about this. Her office probably issues subpoenas every day. And she's saying, hey, when I subpoena you, you have to come to court. But when you subpoena me, I don't have to go. Second, petitioner objects to the subpoenas because they were issued after the General Assembly adjourned and therefore void. Third, petitioner objects to subpoenas because they violate the separation of powers clause of the Georgia Constitution. Fourth, petitioner raises a new general objection to the validity of the subpoena as a whole. Specifically, the General Assembly under which the subpoenas were issued has expired entirely and thus ceased to exist. So y'all, as you can see, they're trying to get Fani out of having to come and give an account to the people, because remember, the Senate represents the people. They're trying to get Fani out of coming and giving an account to the people of the job that she has done. So they're looking for some loopholes like, hey, you know, the General Assembly that subpoenaed her, they're not even in session anymore. They say that makes the application to enforce moot. Now, all documents relating to the personal relationship between petitioner and Mr. Wade from 2019 to present day. So the committee, they want to see the relevant documents to make a determination if there was an inappropriate relationship between Mr. Wade and Miss Willis in particular. I think what they're really looking for, because it's clear that they had a romantic relationship, but how was the money moving? I think that's the number one question. Okay, y'all were in a relationship, but she was paying you out of the public coffers. How was that money moving around? We want to see if y'all were plotting. We want to see if y'all were planning. We want to see if she was paying you here and then you were circling back around and then buying her gifts with that money or taking her on trips with that money or what have you. So we need to see the documents. Well, Fani says no. Fani objects to this request as overbroad, vague, and unduly burdensome, as lacking a legitimate legislative purpose, and as violative of separation of powers principles, as a de facto prosecution or effort to embarrass petitioner. So she's saying, look, y'all are just trying to air my dirty laundry in front of the world. And y'all, let's be real. I think on some level, whether that's the purpose or not, her dirty laundry will be aired, right? So she has a point there. Whether it's purposeful, that's what they're trying to do or not, who knows? But that is exactly what's going to happen. As phrased, this request would apply to all communications between petitioner and former special counsel Wade. It would include simple good morning or good night text messages, discussions concerning personal matters like the health and welfare of family members. It would include discussions and documents entirely unconnected to any legitimate legislative purpose, like discussions of other current events and news items. And it would include other sensitive and personal discussions about the relationship itself, about the parties' feelings, and so on. Petitioner does not take this request to seek any documents concerning former special counsel Wade's official work on State v. Trump at all. However, to the extent the request does seek such documents, petitioner also objects on the grounds that the request seeks documents that are protected by attorney-client privilege, the work product doctrine, and are related to a, quote, pending investigation or prosecution. So basically here, Fani is like, y'all want to see our personal communication so you can embarrass me. And even if you want to see professional communication, we still shouldn't have to let you see that either. Okay, so y'all see how they're playing it. And listen, how would we expect them to play it? How would you play it? I would play it just like this. Let's keep it real, okay? I know y'all don't like it. She's a public servant. You would expect her to be transparent. But when you get caught doing something like this, you try to cover it up. It's the way humans are. All documents relating to any sums of money received by Mr. Wade, they're objecting to this for the district attorney and the Atlanta Judicial Circuit. Petitioner objects on grounds of vagueness insofar as, quote, relating to, end quote, could be construed to reach beyond things like invoices. Things like, y'all. Things like invoices. If the court nonetheless orders petitioner to produce any documents, she respectfully requests such obligation be limited to invoices that show the services provided by Mr. Wade, with any privileged material redacted. So they are more or less having a general objection to turning over financial documents. They're only begrudgingly going to turn over documents about the work that Mr. Wade was doing on behalf of the people of Georgia, of the residents of Fulton County, but of the people of Georgia in general. So the Senate of Georgia is like, hey, we want to see financial documents about what Mr. Wade was doing for us. And Fani's like, do I really have to show y'all the financial documents? And they're like, well, wasn't he doing it for the people of Georgia? I mean, we're the Senate of Georgia. We should be able to see that. 5, all documents relating to any sums of money or other things of value received by Mr. Wade from you. You being the petitioner, that is Fani. So Fani is going to say she's objecting on the grounds of vagueness insofar as, quote, relating to, end quote, could be construed to reach beyond things like contracts or invoices. Thus, as drafted, the request would, as a hypothetical, demand production of a group text message from 7 years ago in which a third party said they would pay Wade back for a cup of coffee. Y'all, this is lawyer stuff. This is why people dislike lawyers so much. Because Fani is getting into the minutiae, the nitty gritty, and looking for a way to stall this out, to keep all of this at arm's length long enough to maybe have some kind of saving grace. And frankly, y'all, as you scroll through, you just see more and more of the same. So y'all, now you see how Fani has replied to the people of Georgia asking her for documents about the work she did on their behalf. And I kind of know how y'all are going to reply to this, but I want to still hear from you. So let me know in the comments, y'all. What do you think about this reply by Fani? What do you think the judge is going to do? Do you think the judge who has already ordered her that she has to appear, do you think the judge is going to try to give Fani a break and say, okay, you don't have to turn over everything? Or do you think the judge is going to say, look, you were paying this person, this man, your boyfriend, with the people's money. Now we want a full accounting of it because, frankly, it doesn't look right. Also, do you think that the judge is going to take into account the fact that the appeals court has taken Fani off the case because of that appearance of impropriety? What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Again, always appreciate if you made it to the end, you're special. Okay, you're gonna have a great day tomorrow. Okay, we appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this out, y'all. Share it with your mother, your father, your friends. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you soon.